What's up, my dudes? Valk here. Today, we're going to be checking out my brand new evolved secret Subaru. Now, the way you get Subaru is you go to World Lines and you clear floor 50. At floor 50, you'll get a portal that you go ahead, you beat the portal, and then you can evolve Subaru. Super sick. I have him on here. We can check him out. I have him on Z+, which is really, really nice. I only have him on range 2 as a trait, so nothing super crazy. Here you can see range 2. Nothing crazy. And we're going to check out his passives here. His passives are buff all allies in range, charismatic leader, by 10% damage and 8% range. Contracted spirit, every upgrade increases range by 2% anytime an ally in range activates an active ability, buff their damage by 10% for 10 seconds. So basically, he's like a more front-loaded Haruka Rin. Haruka Rin's buff is better, because if I remember right, Haruka Rin gives 18% damage and 12% range, where he gives 10% damage and 8% range, but she takes 6 ways to scale up. He gives it you instantly gives you a good buff, and also he does damage as well, where she doesn't do any damage at all. And then return to 0. Gains active return to 0. When return to 0 is activated, buff unit damage by 50%, and can only activate return to 0 once per copy. So what is a return to 0? Refunds 80% of the gold spent on the unit and reverts unit to upgrade 0. That's actually pretty good. I think that's actually a pretty good upgrade. The fact you can only, it said you can only get an upgrade 10, right? I'm going to assume upgrade 10 is his very last upgrade. So that means that effectively you have to max upgrade him. So you put him down, he supports your team, and you can upgrade him like a damage. And then whenever you get him maxed out, I'm going to assume he's cheap. Because if he's not cheap, then this is ass. But if he is cheap, then this is pretty good. Because you can max him out, you can refund what you spent on him, and go invest those resources into another unit, which is actually pretty nice. I think so, at least. So we're going to check him out. We're going to see if I'm right. I'm going to guess that he's cheap, because like I said, if he's not, then then that whole passive is ass. To be blunt, right? It's... but I've been grinding Vanguards' new update. I really like it a lot. I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's been a super fun update for me personally. But if you guys have been playing, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, let's go ahead. Let's check him out. Because he's a support unit, I'm going to put down another copy so, you know, they're buffing each other. So you can see now he's able to get the buffs from himself. 721 DPS on placement. It's kind of bad, but he's a support unit, and his circle is really rough. That's a really small circle. But once again, support unit, so not the biggest deal that he's not the best. So let's go ahead, let's see this very first attack and see what we are working with. Let's put a multiplier on speed of 6 and just see. 8.32k, and it's just a little, it's a little punch. It's like the fist he does against greed, right? So next up, we're going to go here, Spirit Rain. Okay, now we're talking with 1700 DPS. Still not crazy, but not awful. So now we're going to go here. Upgrade this. And it's just a little... it's a Beatrice summons, right? I think Beatrice summons it. Let's see. Yeah, Beatrice summons it. That's actually so nice. And then last one is Shumak, which Shumak is like a big suck ability in the show. Let's see what it is here. It's like Shumak is Betty teleporting people to like a different dimension, right? Dude, that attack is so fast. And then she also summons that into. Yeah, super nice. So now let's go ahead, let's remove all of our yen, because you gotta remember this refunds yen. So it cost about 60k roughly. This is 25%, so it's a little bit over 60k to max him out. So now we're going to take this, return to 0. And then we're going to use what we just got to see how far we can upgrade him. We can upgrade him except to the last 2, to the point where he basically has not lost any DPS, right? Like, I got this other one right here that I want to go ahead and finish maxing out. Let's see. He actually has gained DPS off of just hitting this button and then going back up. And then not to mention the massive range difference. Look at this, 58.1 versus 62.7. And there's 2 more upgrades to go. So it goes up to 68.1, 4.9 SPA. I only have range 2 and 3900. This isn't bad for support. Like, this isn't good DPS, right? This isn't anything crazy. It's like almost... It's around like 40% of what Gilgamesh does. So it's not anything crazy. But not even 40%, more like 30% of Gilgamesh's DPS. But he's a support, right? So he's going to be doing multiple jobs at once, whenever he's just like a good little cluster unit, it just gives him a lot of value. And the fact that you can hit this and just basically get a refund and then put down like your RAM, right, for example, and go and just full send on your RAM now is really, really good in my opinion. I think that's actually a really good feature. The only thing I kind of dislike about him is his high SPAs off front. His SPAs are pretty high on front. Compare that with his like mediocre DPS, and he's gonna be pretty hard to use as a defense unit. But he is a pretty good unit overall because of the support capabilities he has, in my opinion. I think supports are far and few between in this game, and the fact that 2 dropped this update is kind of crazy. Is it only 2? I think it's only 2. But 2 dropped the same update. So now you have 3 supports total with Haruka Rin, Fubuki, which I haven't gone over Fubuki yet because I haven't evoed her, but she's a fantastic support from what I've seen. And then now you have Subaru. So yeah, Subaru is really, really good. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys are playing the update, let me know what you think about the update. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.